I'm sat here with Rob from Tygers Banter.
How are you doing?
Fine, man. Right, I saw you many years ago.
Okay.
On the various tours.
Yeah.
Why do you want to keep? Why do you feel the need to keep going? You enjoy it so much?
Absolutely. It's a disease. Once you get music in your blood, it's a disease that you cannot get rid of, no matter how hard you try. It's a fantastic disease, and it's something that it never leaves you. It's you have to. Gosh, you have to almost. It's something that you've got to experience really firsthand to know where I'm coming from. But it's a fantastic feeling.
You're still enjoying it now as much as you did?
More so.
When you started?
More so. There's a lot less pressure now. Back in the day, as they say, when we were signed to MCA Records, there was a lot of. Within the band, there was a lot of. We were all young fellas, and everybody wanted to be kingpin. Everybody wanted to be at the forefront of a photograph. Everybody wanted to do the interview. You know, everybody wanted to play louder than everybody else. And now, because we've all grown up.
Metaphorically
speaking, yes, it's just a lot more relaxed. It's a lot. Everything, the whole 100 yards, the whole 1,000 yards. It's just so much better.
Cool. And what kind of set we're going to look forward to tonight? Are we going to play some of the early stuff, or just more modern stuff?
We go right across the board, right from Wildcat, right to the latest album, which indeed is 2 years old. And you know we're certainly towards the back end of the year, we're endeavouring to put that to readdress that balance. By recording a new album, which we have about 35 songs,
really,
kind of halfway there, which we're all looking at. We've just signed a new record deal with Rock Sector Records, and hopefully that's going to be particularly fruitful. Everything about it is just, the garden is looking very rosy. It really is, and tonight, as I say, that we take you right through the ages. The new material, we call it new, or as I say, it came out in 2008, Animal Instinct. But it's an album which very much could have been released in 1983.
Yeah, I've heard it, and it has
that feel, but we have the benefit of 30 years technology, which we've added into the recording process. So the instruments sound bigger and better, and you record digitally now instead of we used to record on 2-inch Ampex tape.
Yeah.
Although I believe Iron Maiden have gone back to recording on 2-inch Ampex tape.
So I've heard.
Yeah, the last album. So you know, it's history repeats itself. You know, and maybe we'll be recording on 2-inch tape. Who knows? I don't know. But it's the album is very much certainly I hope we've captured that vein, that era.
You've got nothing actually laid down on track, as it were, recorded.
No,
Just got it all written down, as it were.
Well, I have a little 16-track studio at home. Dean, the Tygers only guitar player, has a 16-track studio, and we write things, we demo them. I'm able to write the guitar parts, I can play the bass and the drums, and if we need keyboards I put that on. And with the power of the internet, they get put on a disc, they get put on my laptop, they're fired out to everybody considers them, how we're going to develop it or whatever. And Dean does the same thing. Craig and Jack are great lyricists and melody makers. So it's very much a communal thing, it's all shared. And then when we get into the rehearsal room, it's developed even further. And you know, the end result hopefully is a result that we all want.
Do you all collaborate on the writing then, or is it just mainly you and Dean?
Well, somebody initially has to come up with a core idea.
Yeah.
This is the riff, this is the chord structure that I have an idea for, and then it's shared and it's developed from there. I guess I come up with my fair share, shall I say, of riffs and musical structures, and then it's just taken, and then we just take it forward. So it's very much a five with the writing. I've always been right from back in the 80s, 70s, even, correctly. There are 5 people in the band, or 4 people in the band, or whatever, and those 5 people get credited with writing the song. Because at some stage, even if they haven't come up with the initial idea, they've had their sixpence worth.
Yeah, everybody's stuck in on it.
Yeah, and the bands, I'm not going to pigeonhole anybody or group anybody together, but there can be resentment within a band if there's just one songwriter, and at the end of the day he collects all the money, and he's the fat cat and everybody else is just being paid a wage.
Yeah.
It's much nicer if everybody's on the same footing. You all make something or you all make nothing. You're all to blame, as it were, or you're all, you'll reap your own, fortune and success.
Yeah.
And it just, for me, it's just a much better way of doing things. It's much. I would rather, if I wrote this, fantastic song, whatever. For instance, let's do, actual, let's name things. Susie Smiled. I wrote Susie Smiled in '78, but it was very much a band.
Is it that old?
78, yeah.
Jesus,
yeah.
I'm feeling the age now.
And it might even be 77, but it's, we were playing Susie Smiled before we signed our record deal. We had about a year doing the circuit before we actually signed to MCA. And we were playing songs like Slave to Freedom, Susie Smiled, Fire Clown. All those were kind of the songs in the stable, as it were, along with 1 or 2 chosen covers of the time.
Yeah.
Which is how we kind of learnt our trade. Playing to people and developing our sense of stagecraft and one thing and another. So that being the case, Susie Smile was credited to all 4 of us. That's just the way I am. I'd rather everybody has something.
Yeah.
Than I'm not interested in just it like me. That's probably was then, but that's an ego thing.
Yeah. Basically, it's a collective. Everybody gets a bit rather than a group of individuals.
Everybody did have an ego then, and that's really what was wrong with it. Because everybody was headstrong. Everybody wanted to do this. Everybody wanted to run it, and had an idea or whatever. Now you're hard pushed to get somebody to stand in the middle of a photograph. It's just so much better, so much more laid back.
Yeah, I'm going to say, is it easier? It just feels that everything falls into place.
Absolutely,
now.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Rob.
You too,
Thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you very much
indeed.
Yes, yeah.